pamoja kama Wanakenya tukisema hakuna kuua wasichana, hakuna kuua wamama, hakuna kuua watoto kwa namna ya jinsia. Tunasema ikamwe, shetani isiwe, tutakaa kwanza. Are going through? Are you seeing what we are really going through? Hello? We want to go up and belly in front of the locals in hiding.
Thank you very much. My name is Ruto Odinga, the women rep or the county MP for Kisumu County, and I am quite happy to see what is happening today. Today I can see you've come out in your numbers to actually talk about this femicide, the killing of women within the whole country. It seems that the law is now taking its roots. When you see the citizens coming out, when the government has been quiet, it means they have had enough. Yes. And enough is enough. Yes. I had a speech to read, but out of this petition, I can see you have your heads in the right place. Yes. Most of the times we read these speeches that go nowhere. But with the kind of petition that I've seen here, it means that all the demands that you want, the change you want from the CS of the gender to all the committees being mostly populated with the women community. I sit in parliament and I can tell you that the women have a raw deal. We do not get anything through because most of the times, most of the committees are 3/4 men with only a few women, even the ones that actually are there to support the women cause. And it is time to change. Yes. And the biggest statement I've heard from my sister is the one that says that you have enough women, enough feminists, enough young people to populate these offices. Yes. Why are they not being done so? Yes. It is high time that we look at these issues, not by begging the president, not by begging parliament, not by begging the governor, but by saying that put the right people in the place and you see the change. If you take these women and you put them in, to head the police division, to head the security of these counties, you will see the change. There will be less of us going to the police stations that are populated by the male policemen who then harass the same women. And when you go there, you are called a prostitute. That is the truth. We have gender-based violence desks at the police stations. What are they doing there? You are being molested and you are being harassed and even given death threats, even in your own house. When you reach the police station, unaambiwa na polisi that where do you provoke the man because he's a man. And when women are being killed in the A&B, they are being called prostitutes. Who are they prostituting with? Is it not the men who are the prostitutes? It is with great sorrow that I sit in a country where the president is happy, telling people how Kenya is going on. And the people who manage any country are the women. And women are being killed in Kenya more than any other country in Africa. And we cannot sit and watch it. In fact, the worst part of it is that the president is moving globetrotting in the whole country and has been silent on the death of the women of this country. Why is he not coming out? Why is Gachagua quiet? Why is the whole country quiet on this issue? Do we have to go on the streets for them to hear us? We are asking President, I'm not calling him President, I'm asking Mr. Ruto, please come out and show us what we need to know. Please, let's have a system that is going to be workable. And this petition here, I will forthright text to the governor, but ensure that I go with it even up to Parliament and ensure this become action. And may God help you.
Merely because we are women, heartbroken from the sheer volume of names and stories of women whose lives have been taken by men merely because they were women, angry at the men who violated and assaulted us and take our lives but get to walk away scot-free or with just a slap on the wrist because their victims are women. Tired of victim blaming narratives that are pervasive on social media, traditional media, and utterances from government officials, and that flood our lives and timelines every time another one of us is killed. Despairing at the responses of chiefs, police, prosecutors, courts, and other government actors when we go to them for help and protection, frustrated at the insufficient and alphabetical implementation of laws that are supposed to prevent and address violence against women, including femicides, empowered by the Constitution of Kenya and the collective decision that enough is enough. We shall not continue to be silent as we are being slaughtered. We demand as follows. Number one, that the president, that a presidential declaration of violence against women and femicide as a national crisis requiring an emergency response and reports on measures taken to address both issues on an annual basis as part of the constitutional mandate State of the National Address. Two, in response to the declaration of violence against women and femicides as a national crisis, we demand an establishment of a commission on the elimination of femicide and violence against women and girls, whose terms of reference shall include the development of a national plan of action for the elimination of violence against women and femicides. The Commission of the Elimination of Femicide and Violence Against Women and Girls shall be composed of national, African, and international feminists, and this composition shall be 60% of women and 40% men, which ensures its compliance with the 2/3 rule. Its chair shall be a Kenyan feminist of international repute with expertise on violence against women, intimate partner violence, and or femicides. The chair, one of the two secretaries, and at least 50% of the commission's members shall be nominated by the organization of the Total Shutdown Kenya and End Femicide movements, given the ineffective and existing institutions and agencies on this crucial issue. We demand an independent secretariat, not one affiliated to NGEK, the State Department of Gender, or Gender Advisory of the Office of the President. None of the members of the commission shall have criminal conviction or any history of women or violence against women. Fourth, the return of the State Department of Gender on Ministry of Public Service and restoration of the name of the Ministry of Public Service, Gender and Affirmative Action. Women rights, including women rights to life and security, are a matter of national concern and central to national development. Article 1 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 states that all sovereign power belongs to the people. Women are people. Women and girls are more than half of the people of Kenya. The issue of gender equality and affirmative action and women full integration into the benefits from citizenship are core to the Public Service and National Development, and the location of the State Department of Gender should reflect that. Given the public record of violence against women statements by the current Cabinet Secretary of Public Service, we demand his resignation and appointment of a Cabinet Secretary with no record of violence against women to head the restructured ministry.
Viva
We demand an increase in the allocation of funds and personnel to the State Department of Gender to support the monitoring of governments of Kenya violence against women commitments and the development of prevention of violence against women and intimate partner violence programs for men. We demand an inclusive and participatory process which includes grassroots feminist organizations and movements. In the appointment of women to public positions, Kenya feminists, especially young Kenyan feminists, are more than qualified to serve in public service, and the appointment process continues to overlook and deny young feminists appointments in positions. Despite constitutional requirement that government bodies and other public service institutions are compliant with the 2/3 gender rule, have meaningful representation of youth, and have at least 5% of members being persons living with disability. For the avoidance of doubt, women constitute 50% of youth and people with disability. And I will read the seventh demand and then present the petition to the women rep. And the petition will be found on various social media platforms. When you Google Total Shutdown Kenya, that is where we will find the petition. So finally, we note that women and violence against women and femicide thrive in environments where men are permitted to dominate, and further note that we continue to have these environments despite constitutional provisions and numerous court orders. These numerous public bodies are illegally super majority male. We therefore demand full, immediate compliance with the 2/3 gender rule and the reconstitution of public service bodies to ensure compliance with the Constitution and the law and promote equality. Supermajority male bodies continue to demonstrate. They do not take women's issues, women's security, women's dignity, and women lives seriously. So at this point, allow me to present the petition to our women representative on behalf of the women of Kisumu and
the men, yeah? Let me speak for the men. Wanaume viva! Wanaume viva! On behalf of all the men of this country, we are standing with our mothers, we are standing with our sisters, we are standing with our children to say this violence must stop. On behalf of all the men, the young people of Kisumu, the young people of Kenya, the old men, all of us where we are, this violence must stop. This violence must stop. The killing must stop. Hakuna haja ya kuwapeleka BNB na kuwaua. Hawa ni madada zetu. Ni madada zetu, tumezaliwa nao pamoja. Tulikuwa tunakula nao pamoja, tunacheza nao pamoja, tunaenda nao kanisani pamoja, tunaongea lugha moja, tunajuana, wote tunafahamiana nyumbani. Kwa hiyo wanaume wa Kenya tunasimama kusema lazima tumalize ukatili ambao unafanyikia wanawake wetu. Lazima tuongee. Maana wote tunanyamaza nyumbani na hivi vitu vinatendeka. Let us all stop. Let us all make this stop right now. Let us all make this stop. The men will not be silent as we see our children getting hurt. The men will not be silent. Viva comrades, viva! Viva comrades, viva! Viva wanawake, viva! Viva wanaume, viva! Wanawake ni binadamu.